What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy, Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And happy Friday to y'all, man.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Hey,
that's what I've been
man.
waiting for.
Hey, man, y'all made it to Friday. Happy Friday to all of y'all. Hope it's a good Friday. I hope your day, honestly, I hope you got the day off. I hope you didn't have to turn in no homework if you're doing summer classes. I hope you're able to chill out with the kids. I hope you're by the pool doing whatever you do. If you're on vacation and you're watching this, have a margarita for me. Have a margarita for me, man. Put like margarita, a Moscow Mule, like you know what I'm saying. And if you're in the island, get your rum and coke. You know what you're doing. But guys, gals, everything in between, whatever you identify as, hey, we going into this weekend's docket. And we got to talk about a few things that's on the ledger, man. I just want to talk to y'all real quick. And the first thing is the question now has been posed. TJ Watt re-signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Did Carolina miss out? So I'm pretty sure all of y'all got the notification on your phone as of yesterday that TJ Watt re-signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And remember, at the beginning of the summer, there were a lot of rumors and a lot of debate going on whether or not Carolina should trade to get TJ Watt. And I gotta show y'all, because when we look at this contract breakdown, this extension, man, here's what we're looking at. So TJ Watt re-signed for a 3-year, $130 million extension with $108 million fully guaranteed, an average salary of $41 million per year, and he just became the highest non-played quarterback. He just became the highest paid non-quarterback again.
Huh?
Again. Now, that's not to say TJ Watt ain't worth it, because the man is the NFL's sack leader over the last 5 seasons with 73 and a half sacks. So honestly, I can't say the man's not worth the money in that sense. However, the man is getting up there in age. And if I'm being truthful, I think this is his last contract, unless he just starts trying to chase for a ring at the end of the day. I think he will retire after this contract. So in my opinion, when you ask the question, did Carolina miss out on TJ Watt, or was it a smart move that they didn't trade for him? I'ma be real, bro. I think Carolina dodged a financial nuke.
Message.
I genuinely feel like Carolina dodged the financial nuke of a trade, bro. And here's the reason why. We all know trading TJ Watt would have came with like losing minimum 3 draft picks and a player at minimum. The man can garner more, but let's be honest, you're probably losing 3 draft picks and a player at minimum just to get TJ Watt. Then you have to go and sign him. You have to go and sign him through the season, and he's not just going to want 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And you can't sit there and underpay the man, because the man is essentially the best pass rusher in the NFL. So you got to pay him a bag. And we already paid a bag for JC. We already paid a bag to Chuba. We already paid a bag for Trayvon Moore. We done paid the bags in some places, bro. That's the reason why we only had $18 million in cap space. I'm just yeah. That would have been a financial nuke and put us in, for lack of a better terms, a hellhole that we'd be struggling with in terms of bringing in more assets in the future. We'd solely be relying on the draft at that point. We really would. We'd solely be relying on the draft. And I don't know, bro. I'm so glad it didn't go through. If I'm being completely honest with y'all, I am so glad it did not go through, because it, to me, just would not have made sense. Is TJ Watt a phenomenal player? Absolutely. Does TJ Watt deserve to be played? 100%. Does TJ Watt need to be on Carolina? Would TJ Watt on Carolina be a benefit? Yes, it would be a benefit. However, the finances just don't add up. Now, if salary cap was turned off like back in Madden 05 when I could do that, back in Madden 25 or whatever the case may be, if I could turn salary cap off, yes, you best believe I'd make that trade. But we live in the real world. Salary caps exist. Why did I say salary caps? What? Salary caps. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They exist, man. So because of that, it just never made financial sense to me for that trade to be even a thought process unless TJ Watt was going to sign for the low. If TJ said, I'm willing to sign for the low because I see Carolina as a contender in the next year or two, all right, then, hey, bring the man in. Bring the man in today, now, ahora. Like, But because he didn't, now we see why. And 123 million with 108 million guaranteed, dog. 41 million a year is already savage. 108 million of that 123 fully guaranteed no matter what happens. Woo! Like, bro, that's really, really crazy. Looking at the numbers, this man only has to worry about $15 million. Think about that. On this 3-year contract, TJ Watt only has to worry about potentially losing $15 million. Looking at the numbers, bro, I just want to do this real quick. This man is getting 88% of his contract. It's already solidified. Imagine that, bro. 88% of his contract is already given to him. He ain't even got to work. Like,
Huh?
I can't. But overall, I think Carolina dodged the financial nuke. I'm happy to see TJ get paid. Hey, he's earned his money more than what. But I think Carolina stood firm and didn't give up the future for right now. And I like that. Because it would have been easy to be like, oh, wait, we need to live right now and buy into the instant gratification BS. But they stood firm and said, nah, it's got to make sense for us to do it. So I am perfectly fine with that. But speaking of defense, man, and speaking of defensive players and things like that, Carolina is looking to move beyond the past in terms of their defense from last year. And I think we can all agree we need to move on from last year. We don't want another last year. Hey, you know, I know, the cactus down the street knows, and the cat around the corner knows. We do not want a repeat of last year. And so on Panthers.com, they had an article in which they were talking about how multiple players and the defense itself are looking to move beyond it, but they acknowledged last year in the sense of they're trying not to let the past define them, especially last season. And they asked for the perspective of a few players. One in particular, we all know him, we all love him. Our star cornerback, J.C. Horn, had to talk about it, man. And here's what J.C. said. J.C. said, we don't need to be anything close to that. You kind of want to throw it out of your mind because it's a new season, but at the same time, it's on the back of your mind too. Because you should be really all the motivation you need to come back to camp. Because that should really be all the motivation you need to come back to camp. You don't want nothing like that to happen again. It was a lot of injuries and a lot of stuff of that nature, but at the same time, the stat book is what it is. Like, we weren't a good defense last year. So, this year, we just have to go even harder than we did last year. It's out there. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. You just got to go about handling it the right way and bouncing back. And not only that, another player that talked about it in the article was outside linebacker DJ Wonnum. And this is what DJ had to say on the situation. He says, we know this is not the standard. And that goes back to the competitive nature that JC and DB, Derek Brown, and all those guys have on the field. It makes us want to go and compete more and more. And there's no getting away from it. And we're not running from it either. But we're going to show y'all, we're going to show the improvement and how much better we are and how much better we can be.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
That's what I like to hear. That's the mindset I want the Carolina Panthers to have. That's the attitude I need them to have. Embrace that pain. Embrace the fact that we sucked last year. Embrace it. Hone it. Make it the sole reason y'all ball out, go balls to the wall all year. Because everybody's doubting you. Everybody doesn't think y'all are going to be good. Everybody's already saying you're going to be a bottom 3 defense of the year again. That is what y'all need. Take that anger. Take that hatred. Take that pain. Take just that embarrassment. Feel it. Hone it. Utilize it. And go out and prove everybody like, you know what? Yeah. Last year sucked. Last year was not good. Last year was just horrible. We ain't last year. We are not that team. We are not them boys anymore. That's the mindset I need y'all to have, because if you don't acknowledge it, you're doomed to repeat it. Come on now. History. If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. So you have to know that last year was a bad year. You have to acknowledge we sucked at stopping the run. You have to acknowledge our pass defense wasn't great. You have to acknowledge all these things. This way, you can address those things in the offseason, OTAs, minicamp, practice, offseason workouts, like the whole 9. You can address the techniques, you can address the schemes, you can address just the foundational pieces that make you better. And when you do that, you be better. And when you can be better, it leads to great things. And one person in particular said it best. And it comes from one of the greatest 90s, honestly, greatest Disney movies of all time in general, in The Lion King. And my boy Rafiki said it best. The past can hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it. Just don't get hit by a flipping stick, bro. Like, I promise you this. We can't be going out here hitting people with sticks. Just hit them with pads and then get an interception and run it back. But I honestly do like the position at the Carolina Panthers and like the approach they're taking. I love the approach the defense is taking. And I hope it stems from the top down, not only from the players, Aviro as well. Maybe he's taking into some things and being like, all right, I know my defensive scheme can work, but where are my weaknesses? Let me adjust. Let me figure it out. Let me make sure I'm doing the best thing I can as a defensive coordinator. And truth be told, I have a feeling we're going to be all right. I have a feeling we're going to be really, really all right. So we're going to move on from that. And lastly, guys, it's Friday. So y'all know what that means. I got to bring y'all up with another Would You Rather. I got to bring y'all up. I think y'all like these. I think I'll be asking some good questions. I think y'all like these Would You Rather. It's kind of simple one this week. No crazy like scenario to where you might win or lose some money. There's no scenario like that. However, the Would You Rather for this week is this. Which Panther would you rather see win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Trevor Etienne, Tedero McMillan, Jimmy Horn Jr., or Mitchell Evans?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to know which Panther would y'all want to see win Rookie of the Year? Trevor Etienne, Tedero McMillan, Jimmy Horn Jr., or Mitchell Evans? And I'm going to be honest with y'all. My answer, truth be told, it's Mitchell Evans, dog.
Huh?
Yes. I want Mitchell Evans to win Offensive Rookie. I think that would be phenomenal. I think it would be cool. I think it would be a great storyline. It would just showcase how great our tight ends have been over the course of the year. And for Mitchell Evans to come in and win Rookie of the Year, people wouldn't expect that. Great storyline there. Has much trash that people been talking about our tight end room. I think that would bode well for the room. And then not only that, if Mitchell Evans is doing great, that could open up a lot of stuff for our receivers on the outside and the run game and so on and so forth. And it provides Bryce a security blanket for the next few years. So I think it'd be kind of cool for Mitchell Evans to get it. The tight ends don't get as much love. When's the last time a tight end won Offensive Rookie of the Year? Somebody look that up. Look that up and put it in the comment section. When is the last time, if ever, a tight end has won Offensive Rookie of the Year? Let me know that, man. It might have been like Dick Butkus. Not even that. It might have been like Mike Ditka or somebody like that, bro. I don't know why I said Dick Butkus. I was thinking Mike Ditka because I knew Mike Ditka played a tight end, but too much going on. But we got all that out the way. I want to know y'all. Y'all let me know how you feel about that one. And lastly, guys, let's go ahead and get into your favorite segment. Time for Panther Nation to speak y'all truth, baby. So we're going to go into it. First comment that comes to us from the homie Joel938. My man says, they always bring up his height. It doesn't matter because Bryce Young's game has never relied on it. It's built on football IQ, poise under pressure, and surgical accuracy. Give me Bryce for 4K all day. Hey, Joel ain't lied. Joel didn't lie. He did not lie. That is how Bryce's game has always been developed because he is undersized, so he's always had to be accurate and calm and cool under pressure. So, hey, my man's is speaking the facts. He's speaking the facts. Next, we got the homie NZP Creations. And this is funny because I saw this comment. He was replying to another comment by Trizzy 2009. But he was talking and he said, nah, let's go 12-5. I'm full-blown Delulu, homie. I just got a feeling. Woo! I love the full-blown Delulu. Hey, go full-blown Delulu. If we go 12-5 NZP, you are the first one to say it here on this channel. Or you're one of the early ones. I know I've seen a lot of 10 win, 11 win. I'd have to go back and check the comments to see how many people have said 12. But I do know you're one of the rare ones that have gone full-blown Delulu and said, yep, we are a 12-win team. Because even I've been on here and said we are 9 to a 10-win team. I'll say this. That's just been me. 11 was pushing it to me. So you want to go 12? Hey, I'm not speaking against it. And then last comment comes from Teddy C. Segan, SU9EN. That's how I'm going to say it right now. But my man says, hi, no tight end trade. He's like, no tight end trade, please. Love, T. Teddy, I feel like that's how you just said it. Just pop in real simple, like you just poked your head into the party or into the function. Hey, please don't do that. Thanks. And then just close the door and just slid back out. I love it. I love it though. I'm not with the tight end trade, so I'm with you on that, man. I greatly appreciate it. But guys, gals, everybody, that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can always be notified of when these videos are dropping. Next, comment below and let me know. 1, do you think Carolina missed out on signing TJ Watt and it's going to backfire for us? Or do you think it was a smart move that we didn't get TJ Watt? 2, how do you feel about the defensive approach by the Panthers going into this season? And 3, which offensive rookie would you like to see win Rookie of the Year? Trevor Etienne, Tedero McMillan, Jimmy Horn Jr., or Mitchell Evans? Let me know in the comment section below because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all you Panthers Nation. Take care. Later days. And as always, keep pounding. I'll see you next time.